Where the heck is that coming from this time? Okay, maybe that'll help. Like all the little things, all the pop-ups that a person doesn't want. But it's like, get something on here. These drag out screens. And welcome anybody that's coming in. Not ignoring you, just trying to find me so I can see the chat. Hi, Carrie. And I guess I should move this out of my way. I go, what is that? I'm not used to my thread stand being over there. It was just in the way. There's always something. Oh, I went up some more subscribers. Oh no. Hi, Denise. It's like I was just in there too. I'm working on, was going to do the sewing together of the, got to turn off my volume first. The quilt, the rag quilt. But yesterday I ended up putting, hi Janice, hi Beverly. I put my back out yesterday, so I'm not doing the up and down constantly thing. It's on the wall. I have just about 2 rows together. That row that's right here, that block that's right here, that's that illusion block, the steps to heaven. And I don't know if this is the right way or the other way is the right way. Hi, Darlene. Glad to see Darlene responding. It's like, then it's like, how's the weather in her area? But it's, my house is quiet because I don't have D. And it's like, so I'm doing sit down stuff. I am not doing a whole lot of up. And how my back went out is a whole nother story. Hi, Shady Susan. Also, Grandma has D today, and tomorrow is Auntie, and then I have her Thursday. Oh, if I do some moaning and groaning here and there, it's just my back. I'm sorry. Hi, Jennifer. But the story on the back is, yeah, part of life. I went out to get my package, and Dee followed me out. She started running through the grass lawn, which is fine, you know. Everything's fine with running through the grass. She found some fresh poo. And when I was trying to catch her to wipe her foot off so I could pack her into the house, she took off running, and I was wrestling with her, and then my back went. Got the poo off. Then UPS shows up. But it's like, yeah, wasn't what I planned for yesterday. Hi, Kim. So we walked in the house and we got her little foot all cleaned up and everything. And it's like, the day was progressing. So now I'm doing nothing but sit down stuff. Well, I must be the one that's supposed to be sitting up there. I have to rethread my machine real fast. Because we'll never tell you who moved this all around for me. Because I don't normally have it where it was. But it's like, it was a day. It's like my back goes out more than I do. Everybody's still saying their hellos. Started my morning off with a claim. Got a hold of Marshall Dry Goods first off yesterday. Very, very polite customer service. Very, very. My UPS package. You started cutting your Essence collection. Good job, Kim. Yeah, hi, Lori. It's like, I watched your replay. I don't answer to it, but it's like, I watch your different replays. Because it's like, what do we say on some of it? Because we all doing different projects. Checking my battery on this one. Oh, it's like subscriptions. Am I subscribed to myself? I don't know. I should subscribe D to it, but that's Mama's password. So move a few things around. Because working on the rag quilt involves me having to stand more to get these all marked. But as you can see, I have 2 rows of them up there almost together. Hi, Mary. Hi, Carrie. It's like trying to keep up with everything. So what I did do off camera, I remember which drawer it's in. The magic drawers. It's like, that's the paper piecing one that didn't go. Hi, so Terry. You're wiped out today. Hi, Lisa. I already said hi to Denise, I'm sure. Hi, Nina. When I'm off camera, I cut my strips, my different leftover fabric. I have templates made for making the arrowhead one block, the double arrow. So, hi, Nancy. So I have templates out for that. And so I'm going to cut. Oh, and then from Marshall Dry Goods, which I just now noticed, I didn't know I ordered 1 yard of snowflake. Or they cut the one wrong piece. Well, guess what? This is not going to be added to that quilt. This yard will be put up for now because it needs to go in the Christmas collection. But I ordered $4.99 a yard, white on white. This one's got spirals. This one's a stripe. This one is Little Dainty Flowers. Would make a great background fabric for a quilt, little girl's quilt. This one's got a little bit bigger. This one's got leaves. Like it already disappeared in my chat. This one is, can't tell you how I would describe this. Trying to figure out a word. Oh, gauze? This one's got like a gauzy look. 2, 4, 5. And then this one's called, well, it has a name. This one's got the dots. Very different size dots. It's not like a Swiss dot. It's got several dots. Hi, Dorlyn. She just got home, she said, on Kathy's as I was leaving there. I'm going to cut 10" off one of these to get my piece I need. But my package came in with Marshalls, this from Marshalls, and it had my big 3-yard backing dark purple circles, and then it had 2 things of white, and then the lavender. It's like, why would I order any other color backing but purple? We don't know, do we? And it's like, and then the other 5 was in between on top of that one. Well, it got a hole in it, in the envelope, the packaging, and they go on a lot of oiled roads here, and that bag was tossed around on the floor, here, there, everywhere. It's like, and it got a hole in it, and of course, guess where the dusty, oily road ended up? On my purple. It's not on an edge. It's about, it's 50%, almost 50% into it of the 3-yard piece, and one direction, and at about 1/3 of the way in on the other direction. So I talked to the UPS lady about it also, but Marshall replaced it, no problem, which I knew they would, because, you know, you don't want an unsatisfied customer. Oh, my back don't want to fight with you today. Can't find my 12.5. I guess I'll use the big boy. But it's like, I buy affordable. And being I'm not sure if this is straight. Oh, I'm going to move this back down this way. Or you're going to hear a lot of ooh-ows today. You guys don't need to hear a lot of ooh-ows. It's my back, not yours. So I'll fold this back like it was. So I can put it up for now. Because I know I can't sew 4 all at once. It should be nice if I could find the 12. Oh, of course I find the 12 now. Dig a little deeper, Sandra. Because I was having to really stretch out there for that. Pop-ups already. It's like you gotta love pop-ups. So like I said, I need some 10" squares. In order for me to keep quilting, I have to order from Marshall. Or to finish my quilting, I should say. Because I have several. Yes. Yeah. It's like they replaced it, no questions asked. Except for when you order online, I can tell you if you ever have a claim for there, make sure to tell them it's the online Marshall Dry Goods, because there's the retail store and then there's the online store. And thank you, Nancy, for that. Give the thumbs up. I don't push for the thumbs up. It's like, that's how I mark if I've watched a replay or different things. But today, it's like, I would have, if Dee was going to be here, I would just put up with it. That's for sure. But she was a little nut yesterday. She gets out there and she runs and runs and runs. You wearing out your rotary mat there, Kim? And then I think, yeah, Janice was in a long time ago. One of the first ones. Been working at sit-down projects. So I'm just going to grab a fabric square here. And just cut the two that way. Trying to make things easy on myself today. If you know how that goes. You can tell everybody's going back up to the chat as far as they can with all the hellos. See, your rotary mat's 50. Yeah, see, my first one, I totally cut through it. My second one was a little bit different, but it's like, I've used it a lot. Believe me, I've used it a lot. And any flannel or the batting just sticks to it. So it's really rough. Just like my rotating mat. It's like, it's definitely wore out in the middle of the other one. And then I was gifted this one that I have now. And it's like, it's, you know, so far, everything's holding up. But on a rotating mat, you have a smaller area. And when you're using your 45 corners, your marks here, what the heck do you do? I need the longer ruler. I need this fabric moved. I did hang up the bunny one, so I had some Eastery feel to it. And then this is a diamond art egg there. And you can't see the chick up there, but I haven't dug out because I have to get in the closet to dig out the Easter stuff. So I don't think it's going to happen. I tried doing things with Miss D here. I did clean the dust bunnies out of the closet. It was funny. I had Miss Alani that day, or a day before that. And I says, oh, look at the dust bunnies. She goes, Gigi Ma, you have bunnies? Can I see them? So I bent over and picked one up off of the floor. She goes, Gigi Ma, that's not a bunny. Well, Emily was here, and Emily was laughing so hard at it. I says, well, I guess I better not go about the dead horse. She goes, you have a dead horse? I said, no, 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 no. It's just Grandma talking funny. It's like, I had a little girl once, when talking about car insurance and that. It's mandatory, but it's like a dead horse, is what we was talking about. Because you pay and pay and pay for years and years, and you take and figure out your stuff, and it's like, heck, I could have bought a new car with what I put out on insurance. And that little girl, but I want to see your dead horse. So I never thought about the dust bunny saying with Alani, but that's the way it went. It was fun. So I am going to do some of the double arrow blocks. I just did my 10-inch. She's doing okay in school. It's like she's still bashful, doesn't want to make friends. But that's going to be probably her whole life. I never liked making friends. My kids never liked making friends. So I dissected my 10-inch square, an inch on each side of the point. Guess I got to point it at this end. That's what I was going to say next to her, Kim. But it's like, then I'd have to explain spayed and neutered. And then the next strip set is 2 inches away from that cut. Now I have to cut the 2-inch off of the ends here. There's not a whole lot of cuts. It's just a whole lot of turning. And then when I put stuff back in my closet, never leave your closet door open at night when you're trying to relax and sleep. I have a stack of quilts. And it's like, I have one quilt in there folded wrong. Well, guess who had to get up and fix that? It's like nothing, that you want to do at 2 in the morning. But I did. Oh. And sorry if anybody's offended by the purple. That's what I grabbed. I didn't think. So if I put the white there. White there. And this one needs the white on top. Make sure I put the right side up, I guess. Oops, good thing I looked at that. Randy, if he comes in, he won't be here very long because I don't have D. But when you sit them all back together, you get, like, I'll have the white arrow on top and the arrow heads are the purple. Indian arrowheads are all got kind of this shape. And if you want, we call them the kissing fishes because they look like a fish swimming. I changed out of the black thread to the light thread because I'm sewing the rag quilt together with the black because it's such a dark purple. So now I take my pieces, overlap, leave a quarter hang out on each end. Oh, I probably should have, leader and enders ready too. I'll get this one sewed. Oh, turn down my stitch to 1.8. No, to 2. To 2. Off of 2.5. It just helps keep the joints together. Okay. Here's my leader and enders. Okay, so this is what I need. It's the only pack I have sitting out. No, I was going through my drawer going, I haven't wore this in a long time. This top. And I know why now. I'm picking everything off of it. And I chain as much as I can, but there's times that you need the leader and ender. And it's just the way life is. You have to have leaders and enders or a bunch of thread. I think it saves a lot of thread. Hi, June. No sister again today? But I'm glad June could make it. And no matter what, I finger press to the dark. Then I sit this back up there so I know which one I start with. Hi, Randy. You was outside? Someone is, fingers crossed that they buy it for you. Fingers crossed. It's like, always, it would help you a lot, I'm sure. It would. After I cut the purple, I thought of you, Randy. I should have cut some other color. But even Kathy's husband goes, Sandra has other colors but purple? It's like, yes, I do. But it's like, I don't have a whole lot of other colors. But I do. And then he told me I should buy some more fabric. And it's like, no, I'm not doing that. I'm trying to use up what I have. I have to touch purple once a day. Yes, I just about do. I was going to work on the girls' bridesmaid dresses, but nah, it's too much for too much stand back and forth. Oops. Pick up the piece I don't want. But I'm finger pressing to find my piece right here that I need. And taking this purple actually has, they look like hairy monkeys. I don't know where I got this yard of material, but it's like, it works. So I finger pressed. We got 2 new baby goats. Is that the last of them? I thought they was all timed better. I don't know. But if anybody wants this dove in my backyard, they can have it. Went out to go in my garage to get something out of my freezer. And my door It's just covered in all sorts of branches. So I thought, well, the windstorm blew them in, but a dove also flew off the yard. Well, I never thought nothing of it. I'm not kidding. I went out there again, not even 2 hours later. There was 3 later this year. But it's like, here's this mess in between my storm door, because my storm door doesn't latch 100%. It's an old wooden one and warped. So it works better for the dogs because they can go out and in easier. My dogs always put their nose under the screen door and come through the doggy door. Well, I haven't taught Maya anything yet. Well, I took out that dog door. So I have a string on there for the windstorms that I can secure it. Well, now those sticks are on the outside. Well, of course he doesn't like it outside. Doesn't get TV and the couch and carpet, and maybe he liked the diaper. So I haven't seen too much. I just kicked their mess over to the side so they could reuse these sticks and twigs. Well, this morning I woke up to a whole bunch of cooing from this dove. So I Googled it. What else do you do when you're woke up by a dove cooing at 6? I Googled it. Someplace out there is probably a clutch of 2 eggs that I need to go out and deal with. Well, I'm going to let them hatch because they only sit on them for 14 days and they hatch. And then they'll raise them up, I think they said, to 2 to 3 weeks of age when they, ouch, don't turn that way. Turn all the way. It's like 2 to 3 weeks before they're ready to leave the nest. And as soon as they leave the nest, they start making the next family. They'll make the next clutch of 2. They will have, they say, up to 6 families a year. And sometimes they reuse their nests, sometimes they don't. So, guess I'll see where the nest is at and then go from there. No, first off, I can't even bring a BB gun out in city limits. And they have the right to multiply their family. It's like, and then I found out they are part of the pigeon family. I found out all sorts of information. Then I fell back to sleep and probably dreamt pigeons or doves taking over my yard. I think the worst bird that I ever had that scared the hooey out of me put some purple out. Well, they said that they're like the scavengers for making their nests. They just use twigs, whatever they can find. And it's like, so that was okay. But it's like, I'll let them multiply. We used to have a robin that came back every year. It's like, so we let the robin raise the babies. It was kind of cute watching the babies every year. Had some gray hair. Oh, heck, I have lots of that. I can just go put my brush cleanings off of there. So there's my leader and ender being used because I need both of these to sew back together this time. Turn, turn, turn. But I tried timing when I took the pain pill to where it was activated when I come in here. I only take it enough to curb the pain, and that's it. I did it to myself. It's like, so here's the two sections now. Well, did you get your fishing spot cleaned up, back up where you want it now, Randy? It's like, it's because of D I have the backache. It's like, almost. You're going to take out ground sterilant, or no, I wouldn't take out ground sterilant. Just some weed killer as the weeds start growing. But it is the same kind of bird. Yeah, it's like when it said it has a clutch of just 2 eggs, I go 2 turtle doves and a partridge in a pear tree. It's like, because it just has just 2 eggs. I dried 2 robin eggs, and I've got dried sandpiper, I think is what it's called, or killdeer, whatever it's called in this world. I'll go ahead and grab another. I don't have to use one necessarily right this moment, but if I'm going to get these 100 blocks done, I gotta put some of these in there. Yeah, the front porch is too busy. My back door is more. Oh, and then on the log cabin quilt, if you're not sure at this stage where you put this piece, where you have 2 seams, that is where the next piece lays. That's where you sew it on. That's one little thing on log cabin, and you know you're going the right direction. It's like, I don't like the ones that have to have the mud. I have enough trouble with the spiders in the mud and the bugs in the mud. But it's like, and then the other little birds, they're not here this year. They normally go under the metal roofing. The metal roofing has a flat spot and then a little raised flat and a little raised. They like going in that dang little raised part. And they just go up in there and they're protected, that's for sure. But I sure wouldn't want to be in there in a hailstorm. I can imagine what that would sound like repeatedly. So this one is done, this sewing part, but I'm not going to turn around and bring out the other cutting board and set it on top. I'm going to go ahead, remove this gray hair. Come on, pick up. And sew this one together. There's a lot of bird brains in New York. There's a lot of them everywhere in this world. What's everybody's price per gallon of gas? that knows what it is. Mine, when I last looked the other day, was 509. Like, anybody that's watches Teresa Louise, you can run over there if you want. I don't make anybody stick around if they don't want to. It just popped up. Check to see if someone is reading. Okay. Who someone? Like Lori or Terry? And Maureen hasn't made it yet. June Hansen, 314 to 324. 574 unleaded and social. Oh, wow. Randy's just trying to raise dander. Or be typical, Randy. You think it's almost 4? Yours? Yeah. Mine's 509. They said gas raised, what was it, 32%, I think is what they, it's like, there's a percentage. Hi, Joe. Seen your pop-up come up. Yeah. Good thing my broom is electric, Randy. Yes. Good thing it is. Good thing it is. I'm not turning off my alarm, the one that's normally the D-time alarm, because I hate remembering to turn everything back on. Oh. It's not bothering the... And Lisa's saying hi to June. Hi, Lisa. 335. I would take anybody's. It's like my grandson, he delivers fuel. And he says, I deliver more fuel in Idaho because we're right next to Idaho border. Yeah. And it's like, but he says it pays my paycheck. Doesn't matter if I deliver to Washington or Idaho. Oh. Foot pedal, don't take off that much. I'm going to try a mouse pad glued to the bottom. You're $5.19 a liter. It's like everything goes up. It just sounded like there was thunder. I wonder if it's the garbage cans. Nope. I wonder, maybe we might have a thunderstorm that I can go sit out and listen to. Yay! That'd be nice. But I'm working on my diamond dart to get it done. Oh, I didn't flip that one over to the right side. Oh well. My quilt. My grandson delivers oil. One delivers oil. My son does both oil and fuel. And the other one delivers the fuel to the stations. So I can guarantee you we have a lot of clothes that smells terrible. And then for my UPS package to come in smelling just as bad. It's like, that bag, I kept it. Someone told me I should put a claim into UPS because they need to pay for their neglect of handling of product. No, not Austin. My two grandsons, Melinda's two boys. And then my son. My husband delivered fuel for several years. Hi, Kathy. She made it. It's like, there's one thing I want Kathy to do, and I'll send her a text to ask her again later. If she could take a picture of that layout that she wants on her, that she's doing her log cabin in, so I can play with it later on my thing, my quiltography, or whatever it's called, to see what the whole quilt would look like. When my back gets to bothering me, I change my subjects that I'm working on, and I play with the quiltography. I gotta add more squares to mine. It's like, but I want to get the right layout, Kathy, not the wrong layout. But I've Googled to find the pinwheel layout, and I can't find it. Yes, hazmat as well. But I was playing because of my Leader and Ender program. It's like, I played with the layout. Oh, isn't that pretty? Even though that's all not colors I'm going to use. You said you was going to do the pinwheel one. You have the book with the million layouts, not me. But this one here, for a queen size 12-inch blocks, you need 64 of them. And then I would put a border around it. But that's all different scraps. That was just things out of my fabric that I had here. Because it's like, I can pick blocks, I can pick solids, and then I can put them back in. Like when I made the one Nora's quilt. It's like I made a little block of that one. No, yeah, that was time for a pill, but she's not here. That was the D time. Oh, I slid my chair too far forward. Hi, Sharon. That's on Apple only. It's an Apple program called Quiltography. I paid $7 something for it, and it's on every Apple device I own. I love it. It's like, I wish they'd make it for all the Androids, everything. But you can make new templates, add fabric, new block, new quilt, and photo quilts. And it's fun to take a photo and put it into a photo quilt where it tells you how many 1 and a half, 2-inch squares, whatever size you want. It tells you. Let me see if I can find a picture. New photo. Let's see if I can find one of D. Of course I can find one. That's ugly. But this is, oh, you can, when you look at it more, the longer you look at it, the more you can see. That's D. That's a photo picture quilt. I'm leaving it up there till I see the first comment. Can you see D? Because I want to make sure it's up there long enough. So someone just has to say something in chat. Okay. And it's like, okay, it's like, let's go back. Gonna take camera real fast and flip it around. Okay, use that photo. And then here's one. There. That's the camera, how it works. But it tells you it will be 66 by 50. It needs 20 colors, 3,000. Of course, Randy. And Quiltography is the name of the program, and then this is the photo quilt. And it takes 3,300 pieces. And then it tells you, like, piece A, 189, B, 225, C, 92, D, 192. The most pieces that you have to have of one color is 274. And the littlest amount was 92. But we can make, you know, out of, and then you could add to it, you know, your borders and whatnot, some blocks around it, and get, but right now it's 66 by 50. Let's see if I turn the camera this way. It always goes to the back side. Use that photo. Yes, it's another barn one. See, it didn't change it. It didn't change it. We still went the width. No, Randy. The gray was only 141. And that was part in my hair and part above me. But then there's 180, 299 in the grays. But it's a fun program. It's a fun program to play with. I said someday I'll get brave and do one. But it's like, I don't have that much. And then I would have to buy all 20 of those colors. But they're all done in solids. They do them in solids. So you could probably match them up with what Kona has, how many different colors that you can pick from. I know Shadow Play has, I'd probably do it in Shadow Play rather than solids. Instead of paying $8.99 a yard or $10.99 a yard, go for the $12 stuff. It's only money. I can't spend it when I'm gone. Get my leader and ender going here. And it's going on the side with the 3. Get these 2 often pressed. Could anyone imagine? Yes, Randy. Therapy for years. It's like, but you know, you could take the same concept of that and make a barn quilt, one of those barn blocks. That a lot of people put quilt blocks on plywood. They paint them out. But I guarantee you, I think I would make sure to get that paper. Or that, not that paper, that 2-inch, that graph that you put the block on. And then when it's all done, do the sewing. I forget what that process is called. Kathy hasn't touched hers yet. It came in the sew sampler box. No, it was a monthly sampler that she quilt block of the month thing she ordered from my best friend's quilt store or something like that. But you cut all your squares and then you place them out on to that fusible stuff. Yeah, it's like I was going to put one on my garage. But it's like I haven't bought the plywood yet. And I was told you can go to Walmart and you can buy 12-inch pieces of board. So you could make all them smaller and put a whole quilt up on your barn edge. We have over by Susan Year Out, they have a map that you can even used to be able to print out of the barn quilt, the blocks on the, it's like, yeah, they had a whole map where you could go. Yes, your best friend's quilt store. I think that's what it's called. I haven't been to it in years. Okay, I think I have 2 ready now. Because I figure I'll just trim them as I go. Put that up. Oh, turn, turn, turn. But the only thing I plan on going outside for later today is to check to see if the doves are making their house. Quickly, what size? 8.5. I'm going, what size do these need to be? I didn't dig out the pattern. But I better do my steps 45, 45, pull up to the 45. Yeah, the doves. Yeah, gonna go out and check to see, because they was cooing and cooing up a storm. Must be 8-inch, because 8.5 won't fit. And the block's around the corner. Because I got enough to trim a little bit off of everything. Sometimes I miss when I back throw. Rotate it. Then I just have to put the 8/8 corner down here. It's like, it'd be terrible to trim my block I designed out of my mistake. So there's that one. Put this one down. Get all my little lineups done. My 45, my 45. And my 45's this way also. And then when I put the 1 in the corner up here, I try to find it on the 45 corner. Bird's eye it up there. Then pull it down till you have it where you have something to trim on all 4 sides. It's just a little bit you have to trim, but it's still, you have to trim. And you get the reverse of block. But I'll be making, I think I got Emily convinced I will make Delaney's twin size. I started with 2 10-inch fabrics, Kim. Just like on the Hunter Star. Except for, it's like, you're following Tiffany's, which Tiffany's was the same as my Hunter Star. You start with 2 10-inch squares. One in white, or your background color, and then your other color. And then the Stellar Magic was out of the 10-inch squares also. So here's one of each. The white arrows and the purple arrows. The purple arrowhead, the white arrowhead. Okay. But you always get 2 blocks from the one setup of 2. But I have a separate video that you can go watch on how to make this block. I went not live, it's just a plain video, and it does say double arrow. Yeah. It's like, to me, it's a very, very simple block. Very simple. See, I got purple, 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 turquoise, purple, purple, purple. So I guess I'm going to make a turquoise one. The fat quarter bundle and purple background. That would be pretty. I was going, where did I put my other square? I have some other white. Right side up. But it is, I think, a very simple pattern. Simple cutting. I line up my points with 145. The Best Friend Quilt Shop is a quilt shop in Idaho, Sharon. And Kathy went on there and ordered some Block of the Month kits. She goes, support the little ones. That's what she said. And she's got 2 or 3 different kits. I've been to the shop. I have the Purple Blue Cave collection. Bosenberry Grunge for the background. Oh, that'd be pretty. Yeah, they had, I think at the time they had 3 kits that Kathy ordered into. And one was the one that I was talking about that you put the 2-inch squares on. But each block had to be put on. And there's a lot of quilt shops that have Block of the Month. Like right now in Washington and Oregon, they're all getting ready for their all Washington, Oregon quilt shop. I don't know if they added another state or not, but the passport to get it is like $13, and it does come with a free pattern or 2 in it, and then a link to go to a website to get another quilt. Teresa Louise goes there because it's close to her. That town, it's a little town, and it has 2 quilt shops, 2 blocks apart. You have to cross the street. Well, actually, yeah, is it 2 blocks apart or 1? You have to cross the street and walk down. I think they're in the same block. They're on each end. The one, because the town has, they found a mammoth remains there. So the other shop, when it was doing row by row, all their rows included the woolly mammoth, and she was purple. She or he was always in purple. I have a couple of the rows. I was going to collect so many rows and do nothing but a woolly mammoth row by row. Hi, Lisa. The other Lisa. And then they quit making them. So I have just a couple rows. That's how it always works. You have a couple rows of something. But when you go to these different small towns, it's like you're doing good if you find 1 quilt shop. That town had 2 right across the street from each other. And the time we was down there, they tore up the whole main street. So you had to either know how to climb to get up the sidewalk, because, you know, it was from the sidewalk all the way down deep enough to put all the new water lines, sewer lines, whatever they had to put in the street that gets buried in the street, all their bed, you know, their layers of stuff. So it's like we parked on the back side and you had to get up on the sidewalk as soon as you could. Because it was hill climbing. And then when we went to that other quilt shop, it's like we had to go down past it, cross, and then get back up on the sidewalk and then get to them. To drive around was like a mile, so we just walked. I should say I walked. My husband stayed and walked the dogs. And we went and stayed at a little motel in that town and ordered Chinese to be delivered, and, you know, let the delivery guy make a little money. We had traveled all day when we got to there. My row by row adventures, it's like sometime we'd be traveling all day and get to a small town, and then we'd stay the night and eat out there. Well, when we got there, we was exhausted, so we had them deliver, and so we had to go shopping the next day because we got there late. But smaller towns have smaller motel costs too. But I've already got notification from Marshall Dry Goods that they put my fabric in the mail. And it's coming UPS again, so let's see how well it comes this time. I would hate to have to keep fighting for it. 11111. So it must be this one. But it's not purple, Randy. Hi, Heidi. And how's Heidi today? This one needs a white. It's like someplace I got. That's like, okay. Grabbed up the wrong piece. Make sure it's the right side. Not too bad making a little dolly outfit this evening. Well, it's like, I can hardly wait for Dee to be more into all that. I seen that little barbecue and stuff that they're advertising. It was like $29. You get a little stovetop, a spatula, pans, fake food. It's like she's not quite into that yet. Alani is, but I took and saved different things that I had. It's like McDonald's, their little milks. They're cute. The white one is the vanilla, is blue, and chocolate milk's in a brown one. I believe my finger pressing is good enough for that. It's like, grab this piece, do my finger pressing. Up on my wall is my rag quilt. It's kind of on hold today. I got 2 rows just about together. This one block right here is what they call an illusion block. It's the Stairway to Heaven. And it's like the black runners are the top step of the step. So I don't know if I want it that way or flip it over. I've already taken it apart once because I thought I had it in backwards. I thought my stairs wasn't going anywhere. And when I sat it back down and looked at it, it's like, I think I had it right to begin with because the stitching lined up again with each other. So I said I wasn't gonna, I don't like taking Jack out when I'm doing a tight stitch. And you started crocheting one? Okay. Yeah, it's like I have hanging on my door, when I get the Easter done, I got to go back and finish crocheting my Barbie dress. I'll crochet on things and then I'll put them up for a while. I haven't even looked in the bag. The dress could be all done. I might have to just start another dress. But they're not going to get my Barbie because it's an older Barbie. Mine is a child. My mom and dad loaned it to a friend for their girl, and they were supposed to return it. It had all the crocheted clothes and different stuff that Grandma made, and my mom, my dad, and I crocheted, and they sold all my Barbie, mine and my sister's Barbie collection. They sold it. We had the one, you know, not the expensive Barbie's Dream House, but the cardboard one. I have one for my daughters. It has the plastic poles and the cardboard floors, the plastic furniture, or the boldest, or the blow-up ones from the 60s. Yeah, mine's from the 60s. I went yard sailing until I found one. I went yard sailing until I found an old Barbie where she can have the, I think does she have the hole for in the finger for the ring? I can't remember because I have Emily's are still here, and the girls, their Barbies are still here too. Hunting for my fold on my blue. Doesn't stand out like it does on the white. I was going to ask my friend what happened with her. She started that Barbie Christmas collection for her daughter when she was born. I wonder if the daughter got them or if she ended up giving it up. My adult friend that's 80 something, she has every Barbie Christmas, the doll still in the boxes, and the ornaments to go with that Barbie. That's what she gets for her birthday every year. She has to wait for them to come out in October. Her birthday's in September. But that's what she gets for her birthday. The rag quilt looks like it belongs in a modern. It's like it's getting there. It's definitely getting there. The black and white bathing suit. Yeah, I think in my original stuff, I had the black and white swimsuit one. I had the Barbie wigs. You could never put them on a doll because they had too much hair. But I had the Barbie wigs. I guess we were supposed to buy a special Barbie. The one I have has so much hair. I go, what do you do with it? You know, they got carried away with hair. UPS is not delivering here, I don't think, because she parked differently. Nope, she is delivering here. I better listen on the door in case it needs to be signed for. If she knocks, I'll take off. Oh, it doesn't need signed for. That's good. We signed for Dee's dad's delivery. Because when we was talking about oily dirt roads. The girls, well, Casey would play dolls with the girls if he could be Ken. So we got a Ken. But then he didn't like that Ken was naked. So then I had to get some white acrylic paint. And I had to paint whitey tighties on Ken. What you don't do for your kids, right? Because some of the Barbies come out with painted on underwear. Some don't. But it's like having the 3 kids so close together in age. You just made it to where he could do it, you know. They played G.I. Joe with him. That's back when G.I. Joe was little. But I just hung my bunny quilt up there so I had something Eastery. It's like it's got to be long-armed. I'm trying to put my foot down on myself to do more of the other stuff. Okay. Trying not to be picky on these, but I get myself that way. Get picky. The blocks are growing. I don't know how or when. It's like we used to have, I thought her name was Midge. But it's like when you go back, and you look at the information, that what I thought, I used to always call Midge, was still a Barbie. It was just a brunette Barbie. I didn't know Barbie, you got to have choices of hair color. When I was Googling one time to see different things, it's like, what? And then I like Skipper. Skipper was my doll that I liked the most because she didn't have that little tiny waist to try to put clothes on. I think her waist was almost the same size as Barbie. I was going to buy one of the new Barbies, but I never have. Yeah, that's what I thought. But when I looked up the doll I had, they just said it was Barbie. It's like, really? It's just a Barbie? One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Number 10's under the needle. I have to get out the next cluster, which is it right here. I have them in clusters of 10. How many people have their leader and enders organized? Oh. Skipper was the younger, yes. Getting one ready. I don't need it quite yet, but it's always good to be prepared. But I'm going to go ahead and sew up this other half. And when I get done with this one, then I'll call it a day and switch to the other. Oh. You had the original Barbie. She had short brown hair, came in striped bathing suit. If a cousin hadn't ruined her, she was, yeah. But in my time, when something was bought, it was bought for us to play with. Hi, Gayla. It wasn't bought for us to keep the box on the shelf and not do anything with it. Because, like, I've never had a real Barbie, but I did have Skipper. Yeah, Skipper was my favorite. But my dad took the time to crochet dresses and skirts. And let me go grab my Barbie. I can't say fast, but I'll be right back. Oh, means I know where she's at. Between getting my knees and my back going. Uh-oh. I have to buy a new one. Look what happened. Her head rotted. Dang it. Now I have to go Barbie shopping again. Her head was just on there, and all it's doing is hanging there. Wow. The girls have the, like, how does this even go back on there? Here I bring a beheaded doll on. But she has the earrings and the ring Yeah, her neck right there rotted. It's just as brittle as can be. It's like someplace on them there's a way of, yeah. But it's like, now I gotta hunt for another one. So I'll hold the head up there so it doesn't look that bad. But this is the dress I just finished. Was this one. And then it's like, and I put bigger buttons on so we can get them. So Barbies can get old. Yeah. But it's like this, there's this one. And but see, I use regular size buttons. So the kids, and then I do the crocheted button. So this one I think is Emily's doll dress. But they can actually button them. There's that dress. This formal. And it has the spaghetti straps. But again, the big buttons. And when I crochet them, I have to make sure that the girls are covered. And this one here, I don't have the, this is a new one for the girls. I changed the straps on top so they could get the arms in on a pattern a long time ago. I have vintage books of patterns. It's like I've saved and saved and saved. Now this one here was one of the new ones that I made. And I'm trying those snaps. What are they called? K5 snaps. This one has the K5 snap on the back because of the choking factor. So that's a new try for me. I don't have it tied off yet, but I want to off on. This was a new one I made. It's like your thread lasts forever. Crochet thread. I don't have all of the pieces in here. It's like, this was her original outfit that she had, and it snapped in the front. I like them that they're easy to put on. Crocheted patterns, I think there's no problem. And then this one here, I'm working on trying to make a wedding dress. But the sleeve on the pattern was one of those, you went from the puff and you crocheted down all the way to the wrist. Well, I'm doing just the puff because I don't want to try to get Barbie's open fingers down through that long skinny piece. So I just went with the single puff. And then when I get it crocheted to the length I want, then I was trying to, yeah, Simplicity and Butterick still have these patterns. Something like this. This is not a homemade. It seems like there was a tag in it. But it's like, this one here is a very simple, but the kids can put this one on them. It's always like trying to, because it's like, it had the open back. Because I think, yeah, you went the arms in it. See, it was always fun. We always dressed our Barbies upside down. To put her pants on was upside down. But being she has no head to hold it there very well. Snap it. Put the collar down. Put her arms down. But it's like, with the extra dress on, it doesn't like covering the girls. But this was the dress I got originally with this doll when I went to the yard sale. Yes, Randy, if you're still here, we play with Barbies even at our age. But it's like some of those dresses and those pants, you can't get on them. Pull that off. Here, I'll take it down the easier way. You can tape fingers for dressings if you have to. Yeah? But it's like, I want the dress to where it's not so see-through-y. Because it's like, I'm picky on trying to keep the dolls modest. So it's like, I try to keep them modest as I can. But the worst part, to get them in, their little bums could sometimes show. But it's like, I went with the bigger buttons because the little fingers can do it. And then I just did that, put the extra thread down and then single crochet over the thread. The old time buttonholes. The button hoops, the hooks, whatever it is. But I loved making this one. It turned out so pretty. And I don't even have a doll now. So now I got to dig through Emily's. Because I was hoping to have a yarn thread left to make this one a ruffle on the bottom a little bit. It's a little short, but it's, if the Barbies don't have their underwears, it's like, we can always paint them on. But I get to have a funeral. It's like, her head, I mean, was just on there. It's like, I just had her out of the bag. That's terrible that quick that head finished and snapped. And all she was doing was hanging in that bag on the back of the door. Oh, Sandra, turn your chair more. My friend has the whole collection. She's that much of a Barbie fan. She hasn't missed a one. She started buying them for herself, and then her son, when he was trying to figure out, what do I buy Mom for her birthday? He goes, Mom, I'm taking over buying the Barbies for you. You have to buy your ornament, but I will buy the Barbie. And he goes, and besides, my daughter's inheriting it. But it's in her bedroom. She lives with her son and daughter-in-law. Her bedroom has a shelf around the top of the ceiling, like kind of mine does in the other room. And that's all the Barbies are up there. They're not in the daylight, but she can go every year. Princess Yasmin at the thrift store. I'd have to look up to see which doll that was. Because I was like, I'm not into... I hated when Emily and them, my granddaughters, all being born in the, late 1990s into the 2000, the year 2000. They's into the Bratz. I didn't like the Brat doll. I couldn't crochet clothes for it. They didn't like my modern stuff on a Brat doll. Okay, that one goes there. But it's just one of those things. Each generation is got something different. Who knows what's out now? I think they went back to Barbie, but they have more role-playing Barbies now. Because I know Alani's got the nurse. And I said if I had to get one, I said I'd get the pregnant one just to be different. And then they have I call it the non-anorexic Barbie. It has a normal waist. She's more portioned or chubby is what I think some people call them. The American Girl doll. Someone said a friend said they found American Girl doll in a yard sale for $5 and bought it. I said, it's just a bigger doll, I guess. But they said that you could get them in more, like, to where they look like you. And then John and Kate plus 8, when they had the 6, they went to the American Girl. I think they went to the American Girl place where they're made. And all their girls got American Girl dolls. I think that's the show that was it. It was interesting. I just stuck with the Cabbage Patches. That was my big thing because of my son and his chemo and all the bald kids. I think I have 2 with no hair. I'd have brought one out for St. Patrick's Day. I have one that's Irish. I have a Christmas one. I have the Happy Birthday. I have the California Angels, is it? The only Raggedy Ann and Andy I ever had was the ones my grandmother made. And she made hundreds of them. She started making them. She'd embroider their faces, that beautiful satin stitch eyes and nose and mouth. She'd take the yarn hair and sew them on. That hair would not come off. And I don't have a single solitary one. My kids don't either. She couldn't keep up. It's like she sold them constantly. She'd get orders. So I asked my cousin if she happened to have one, and she didn't either. I thought maybe between her sister and her mother was Grandma's sister. I thought maybe she'd give one to her sisters. But Grandma tried a vintage, I'll have to dig it out. in a box. I better dig it out and make sure it's not rotten. She tried a hillbilly, I think it was what she called it. It's like it was way too much more work for her. And as your hands are getting feebler. And then I had Chatty Cathy. My uncle destroyed it. When he was moving, when I was, just before I got married, my mom and dad moved into a different place. And my uncle destroyed every doll that he found. He had boys. Hi, Cheryl. I'm on long enough. And then I had, Dad had won. Why the bar, the tavern, our local tavern, they had a raffle for a wedding doll, a bride doll. And it's like, Dad wouldn't let us girls take it out of the box. So when we was moving, went back over to the house to do the final check, my uncle had Chatty Cathy. He took his knife and chopped off her hair, just destroyed her. Took the wedding doll out of the box, destroyed her, and had them hanging from the pull cords of the lights off the ceiling. My uncle had hung them, destroyed them, and hung them. That is one uncle I did not. I was so mad at him, I probably didn't talk to him for years. I was that mad. I said, now I know where your boys got it. But he just laughed at it. I said, why did you destroy my doll and the other doll? I think I even made the comment to him. They had 3 boys and a girl. The girl died of SIDS. I says, JoJo was lucky she didn't survive in this world to be you as a father. I was cruel. I was very cruel when I said that. But it was what my heart felt at that time, because I was 17 and here my doll was destroyed. I planned on taking Chatty Cathy with me wherever I went. But it didn't faze him at all. But yeah, it was just, I just couldn't believe it. That, what he did. His boys would get something and they'd have it totally tore apart. When we knew they was coming over, we hid everything. The only thing we left out was like a baseball and a bat. So they didn't come to our house very often because we had nothing for them to do. Yeah. You had a crazy uncle too? It was a lot disturbing to me even back then. It's like, just trying to understand life, period. Starting my adulting because I was getting married. And then, deal with that trauma. It's like moving. I was changing my whole adult life. And my uncle did that. But I can't say That uncle would not have bailed you out of jail unless he had a written IOU that you was paying him back. Because I think he had the very first penny he ever made. Well, probably not ever made, because I don't think at first he cared. He's almost set your grandma's dog on fire? Oh my. It's like, it makes you wonder sometimes how our brains work. But it's because of him I never drank beer, and I never missed it because I don't like the smell of it. It's like coffee. Can't stand the smell of coffee. Can't stand the smell of beer and alcohol. My uncle one time, I asked him what that was, because I said it smells gross. And he told me it was sterilized dog pee. So I believed it. And because it's like, that's what it smelled like to me. There's that one. Before you guys yell, quit wailing that thing near your face. Lined at that one, lined at that one. You know, I see that on TV and I go, yep, that's real. It can really happen in life. Lining up that one, up to that one. Yeah. Oh, you agree? I am not a, my mom was a heavy duty coffee drinker. It's like she'd save the grounds, and at work, being she wasn't allowed so much of the coffee, you know, the coffee breaks and whatnot. Mom one time put them in her mouth like chew. She says it worked until you went to swallow or cough. And then you had those coffee grounds down your throat. But it would satisfy her coffee wanting. Because Mom, you know, she waited until all his kids was in school before she went to work. And old enough to stay home by ourselves. So there's that one. There's that one. Grab them. It's like, I didn't put them too far out. Yeah, it does. It will always be that way for me, Heidi. It's like, it's disgusting. Because I can't, but it's like, there. I need 4 colors to put the points together. But you put the 4 star points together. It's like, yeah, well, I think all the United States is, because you look at all these commercials on sports games, and then when they brew their own at home. So that gets me to, you know, just that much closer getting that one quilt. I don't know how big I'll take that one either. We have had more than 400 kinds of beer here. We even have the beer fest. Yeah, we have a lot of beer fest, unfortunately. September and October are a lot of the big fests with the beer, but everybody brews their own. And even in up in Alaska, the upper where Michaela was, they wasn't even allowed that kind of brewing. They come out with ways of making their own alcohol, because those outside villages is no alcohol. But they find ways. You can, from orange juice, you can make alcohol. I left some orange juice in a baby bottle once, and oh wow, did it ferment on its own. It's like we went camping and I didn't realize I had orange juice in a bottle, and even the pulpless orange juice. I come home and the nipple was that big around from the fermenting of the orange juice. It's like, okay, that nipple's not usable anymore. If it would have been a glass bottle, it probably would have exploded, I think. But it was a plastic bottle. And well, the beer when you cook it, like the beer chicken, all it is you take a whole chicken, put that beer up inside the carcass and set it on the barbecue and barbecue it. It's just that beer gets to bubbling and disperses the scent, out through the chicken. You don't really ever taste it. We used to make our last breakfast for camping. We took whatever was left over, rather than fried potatoes. If we had a sausage or a hot dog or two, we'd cut them up in the nice diagonal edges. And we just put everything together and make what we called the last rites breakfast. And for moisture, we'd put a can of beer. And the sugar-free beer. And Terry's asking Heidi, what's the favorite beer down there? Popular beer. I don't know what it is here. Between Cameron does several different ones. The brand, yes. You had to go make dinner, you're gonna faint. Well, I'm gonna fix my lunch just like normal. Because Cameron buys Busch Light, Coors Light, Corona, Pacifica. Cameron's not picky, but those are the ones Cameron does. Jupiler. And Maze. Now you Google that one, Terry. Blonde, not too heavy beer. Okay. You fixed the pork roast. It's like Austin's bringing dinner tonight. I'm hunting for my search thing here. It's like 5.2, introduced in 1966. I'm not even going to try to pronounce that brewery's name.
You have to hold it.
Make it fast.
Hey, never mind.
But
Crystal still come down to do some laundry, but Alyssa might have to babysit. Lindy's got to babysit for Michaela. So
okay.
we're just going to do that tomorrow night.
Okay.
We'll just come visit her KFC, come down and do our little bit of laundry tomorrow.
Okay.
I also called and got an appointment set up for my car because I'm thinking it's a misfire.
Oh. Okay.
That spark plug spoils and whatnot, but it's still not able to throw up a code, so I don't have to check engine light now. But it's every now and then, and the way it's doing it and feeling, it's reminded me of a misfire. And also when I called and did my appointment, they also said it could be a misfire.
Okay.
So they're gonna run, they're due for diagnostics. That's gonna be a little more expensive, but they're gonna put their bigger machine on there and see
Yeah. Okay.
stuff. So, and then I'll just have them also do my oil change and stuff while
But
they're
we have
on the
heavy dark beers
diagnostics and
too,
stuff.
even beer for dogs. They have beers for dogs and chocolate beer. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
I guess we have it here too. Bye. Austin's canceling dinner, so now I have to plan for dinner. Ouch. Oh, don't lean forward. Bye, June. But I'm going to change out to the easy chair. Think we can get it here on eBay? Is it expensive? It's like Cameron likes the I don't know, do they call it blonde beer? And Melinda's husband likes the dark beers. I says, I don't like any of them. So it's like, you guys do what you want to do. But it's like, what time is it where you are, Sandra? It's 2:04. I stayed on an hour plus longer than normal because I didn't have D today. So I went ahead and did 2 blocks, two colors instead of one. But I put my back out yesterday, and so I'm taking it easy because I was going to do the stand up, get some more of them together. And it's like I just couldn't do it. At Terry's 504. Yep. And 2,000 some odd miles away. Now, why did we both overdo yesterday, huh? It's like I'm trying to spring clean one at a time. Oh, my back goes out more than I do. It's just, they say bend at the knees, and I not bend at the knees. But I was just grabbing her quickly because I was about to puke because she stepped in that poo barefooted. And I was just about to, yeah. But I wanted to get it off of her foot. And then being my back was out and I was kind of hunched over, I just went and finished picking up. Yeah. I think we all overdo. We don't know how to say no more. Just first we got, yeah, you got the memo. Then I had to jump up from one doctor to the next, pick up records. I go out to lunch, just me and number one daughter. I guess too much movement. Yeah. That's all it takes is just one wrong move. It's like my headaches. All I have to do is either stare too much of the bright light. I changed the laptop down, but it's like I haven't changed the tablet down from the brightness. So it does help. Yeah, no one's doing for me either, Heidi. It's like Saturday when I mowed the yard, it's like I have what they call a one pull start. Well, it's one pull if you're a man, but it's like, so when I did the 3 pulls, it's like you can feel it all through this muscle. And I go, I guess I'm going to have to find something to exercise this arm, but it needs that pressure back. Your car wouldn't start. Oh no, Terry. I hope it's just the battery from being killed in the snow this winter. But all I have to do with my headaches, when I feel them starting, because I know I turned wrong and that nerve is tensing up. Hi, Melanie. And it's like, I know I can go get that ice on the back of my neck. And with 20 minutes, that eye doing its funny stuff because of the nerve that's pinched or whatever. But it just relaxes it, and then I don't have any problems. But it's knowing what you can and can't do, but we still do it. You know, just like that dove when it took off at the door. It's like, it scared me. But one year, I had these big flower beds on each side of that back door. And I didn't know pheasants had nested down in it. And it's like, I went out the back door, and I took the step out, and that pheasant, it just shot out from that plant, right, just barely missed me. But those birds can go from 0 to 75 feet before they land. Let Melanie say some highs to everybody before we go. I have this band right here. I have the red band, but you got to remember them too. Somebody out selling something. Got a clipboard and a hat and determination for not much. Not stopping at houses. No, you're fine, Melanie. It's like, I made 2 of these blocks, 2 color sets, I should say. Purple and turquoise of the double arrow, because my back, I wasn't going to get up and down. Well, that's what we do, Joe. It's like, if I'm back here cutting, if I can't find anybody, I watch the replays. Mainly my own, but I can't argue with myself. But I did purple for me and non-purple for Randy, because he was here. But those blocks will eventually get done. But that's not a quilt that's a priority. The rag quilts now, the next one is get the girls' dresses done and the Bargello. And then this is when I have nothing that I can do that's simple, because I try to picture around the hour window, because that's what I have with the little one. I have an hour window. You agree with yourself because you always win. I always argue with myself. You keep on. That's a very simple pattern too, Heidi. Very, very simple. It's like I do the bunny block and then add the tulips was. Now those tulips, there is no pattern for. I just made each one each time. It's like, they're not the same. But no tulip is the same and growing out there either. It's a very, very simple. We just did it not too long ago. You want me to do it again on Thursday? I can. I like Terry's response. Cheryl, I talk to myself because I give good advice. You just don't follow it very well, do you? I don't either. But if you want on Heidi, because I on Thursday I can do another bunny. They're very simple. They're very, very simple. Well, it's like when I listen to mine or follow mine because I want to see if there's something I can do or change or what you see in the camera. It's like, yeah, you see that curio cabinet. I'd like to take that curio cabinet out and put a regular shelf there. And then I'd like to take the stuff off of this wall behind the camera to give me more space between here and there. I'm usually on Tuesday and Thursday, noon my time, noon Pacific time, and it's usually an hour. And the first few minutes you have little D, and then the last 10 minutes we have D. And sometimes it can be 10 minutes, it can be 20 minutes. It depends. She'll get to looking at herself in the camera and she'll make faces at herself. And we're working on you're happy and you know it, clap your hands. It's like she does some of the moves. Okay, I'll do the bunny. It's like they're easy and scraps are easy to find. The biggest piece is what, the 4.5-inch square, because it's 2.5 by 4.5. A 4.5 in the color. You just need a 4.5-inch square and two 2.5 by 4.5-inch rectangles. And then the background is just 2.5-inch rectangles of white and 10.5-inch squares. That's all that's required to make a bunny. Not much, but hello, Northern Willow. But I will, Kathy wants me to do it again too. The bunny is one of the simplest blocks that I couldn't find the pattern years ago. And I figure I can draw it out. And I drew it out. Just like this is a oops block. Yes, Lori, she went and made bunnies right off the bat. It's something that you don't need much for scraps. That's 1 p.m. I've been listening and sewing. Okay. You're in mountain time. As long as you know the time zones. But Dee will be here Thursday. And then, who knows? I don't have Dee tomorrow. I might show up after Kathy's done. I might show up tomorrow at noon. So look for me. It's like, because I get bored and I have to do something. And if I come in here and sew, why not go live, right? Typing too fast? No, it's trying to say that it knows how to do your spelling. But I'm pretty sure I'll be back on tomorrow. Pretty sure of it. Because I also need to change a pace. I can't sit in my chair forever. I can't house clean. Not with my back. So this week I'm taking it easy. So I need to switch from that chair to this chair. There's no spring cleaning this week. No spring cleaning this week. But Austin had to cancel dinner till tomorrow night because the other two have to babysit tonight. So I got to go figure out me some dinner and lunch. So if I see you guys back on here, no, I will definitely do the bunnies on Thursday. You're going to do the Swiffer cleaning? Make some of them? It's like my Swiffer mop thing for the floor. I just took some old hand towels. No cleaning? Okay. Terry told me I can't clean. But it's like I just take hand towels and I sewed over the edge because I can use that for mopping. Yeah. Don't you love those grandkids? They keep you busy. Yeah. Well, it is. It's hard for me because it's like I was going to work, I guess, look at starting another Barbie dress or work on the wedding dress. But now that I have a headless doll, but I got the dust bunnies out of my bedroom closet. But it's, again, I didn't close the closet door. And then I lay in there and I go, there's something wrong. So I had to get up and figure out what it was. It's like, here's a picture of my inside my closet, the one pile. That's the quilts. And the one next to the bottom, next down here, that's a store bought. That's one side of my closet. And this is the other side. This is the one that bothered me. They're not folded facing the right direction. I can see opens. I want to see nothing but the rounded end so I can grab and pull. And then I moved that one because it's bigger. It's down closer to the bottom now. But I want to be able to just grab and pull. Super glue off the furniture. Super glue. It's like my worst problem is I don't want to gift them. They all have different memories. Because this one has Christmas, the swoon, the sampler quilt, the red, white, and blue exchange, all roads I did with June, Marla, Darlene, and I. The spools and stars was a 3-yard quilt. The fabric is all from Laura. And just went brain dead on the one. You want one of those Barbie dresses? They say fingernail polish remover. I've heard that one. I did the fingernail polish remover when it's on my finger. And it seemed to thin it down. But it's like, I want to have Barbie doll dresses done for, like, when she does get that. Yeah, the rest are preserved. And that's just those, that's my bedroom closet. And then, okay, here's the other part of my bedroom closet. Those are hangings to be quilted. And that lavender you see is the back, the minky for the bunny rabbit behind me. And then this closet that's behind where the bunnies are, you only get to see the ones that are on the shelf. That's what's behind that door behind me. I only have a few quilts. And then there's a hope chest type thing that has all the, no, these are all quilts. Except for that one that was hanging in the closet. That's the tops and their backings. That's more for the smaller quilts. Yeah. But it's like trying to find the folds that fit on like the shelf itself. This is a wire unit. In this closet is a wire unit. Yeah. The nail polish is what I said. Yeah, just a few. And then there's the two that's on my bed. And then there's this one that's sitting behind me. And the guest bed has got 2 quilts, 3 quilts. Could be 4 quilts in that room. But it's like I had bunk beds in there when the kids left home and the grandkids, we bought bunk beds, so I made 2 for the bunk beds. Then they used the bunk beds. Yeah, Austin and Melinda are fighting over the quilts, yes. And Ronnie says, well, Melinda says, there's a lot of purple in your quilts, Mom. And I says, well, that's because that's what I have for fabric. You're going to go get some dinner? Okay. But it's like, that's what I have a lot of is purple fabric. So I tried to, in the sampler quilts, I try using as little as possible of the purple. But thank you, Lisa, for joining us, though. And so I try to do a little bit less. But like the red, white, and black one that I made, as soon as Ronnie seen it, she says, Mom, I'm buying it. And I said it was made, because it was made for a king size. Because she says, I don't know, I like it. So she bought it. Grandson's going home now. Bye, Cheryl. And it's like, so, there was a chance of a non-purple one. But I have black and white with blue and black and white with red. It's like, there's videos that I have a slideshow of finished quilts. I was thinking I need to update it. But I can take pictures and put them in my iPad and put it on slideshow, and then I record it from here, and then I put it on YouTube. And I said, I think I need to redo that. So I have to make sure I have all the pictures of the newest quilts and the old quilts. You're going to a concert? Bye, Lori. Enjoy the concert. That's the fun part of school. Spring concerts, fall concerts. I haven't heard of any. I don't know if we have a grade school. But it's like, I want to thank everybody for joining me. And I will, like I said, I'm pretty much guaranteed I will be here tomorrow. I'll be here noon my time. We might just do more of these blocks if I don't get any of those set. But it's like, it gives me something to do, something to look forward to. Changing my chair. But my goal is to get the Diamond Art Easter one done so it can at least be displayed someplace in here until Easter. Because it's like, and I need to get a bunny pillow down because I have pillows that match the bunny quilt over there. So see you guys all tomorrow. Thank you for coming. Bye. Oh, gotta stretch up there. Bye, everybody.